I can see why Colorado State's going to the Pac-12 next year. They play exactly like a Pac-12 team. Washington State going on to take on Colorado State, 5:30 Mountain Time game on CBS Sportsnet. Colorado State, inconsistencies. They're hot, they're cold. So far, they've been cold of late. Meanwhile, Washington State, who after their win against San Diego State, you thought they were on an upward trajectory. They absolutely get dog walked in their rivalry game against Washington a week ago. Both teams are playing middle of the road football, and both teams are going to take each other on. Colorado State opens up at 5.5 point favorites. I'm not so sure about that. Possibly, we'll see who gets the start this week. Is it Fowler Nicolosi or is it Jackson Broussard who came in and looked great in his showing? On the other side, Jackson Potter didn't get the start in that loss to Washington. Zevi Eckhouse got the start in a couple of interceptions. Both teams can say that they've had inconsistent QB play, and that's kept them out of some crucial games near the end. This feels at the moment to be like a toss-up game. I don't know which team would really be favored that strongly. What we've seen from Colorado State, they've been able to play good football, the past year and some change, and they win the game throwing the ball. If they keep it on the ground, they may be fine, but when it comes to throwing the ball, we've just seen too many inconsistencies, and that's sort of doomed their offense of late. Washington State being one of those spotty Pac-12 teams, they could have an impressive victory one week and get dog walked the next week. Which week is it going to be like for them in week 5? I'm not sure. I like to think Colorado State has a pretty good chance, seeing as Washington State is -7 on the turnover game right now. Meanwhile, Colorado State only -1. The team that makes the fewer mistakes usually ends up winning the game. And that brings us up to penalties. Both teams 23, 26 penalties on the season. Not too much separation there. Washington State's averaging 23 points per game. Colorado State's averaging around 19 points per game. It could be heavily skewed by some blowout victories by Washington State. I guess the question does, do you trust the Rams right now to, get a victory that's, more than a touchdown? I'm not so sold on them at the moment, especially if we don't know who's going to be lining up under center. I do favor the Rams running game, and I think that's going to get it done for them on Saturday. I expect a close game with quite a few turnovers and maybe swinging who has the lead through the very end. It's Washington State going on the road to take on Colorado State's 5:30 Mountain Time game on CBS Sportsnet. Be sure to check this one out.